And
Bitch made Brian. Bitch made Brian.
Yourself, feminine vibe. EVS called you beta, ain't no need to hide. Just stop it, man, don't drag this out. All this drama's only making you doubt. You got a cool comic, yeah, I'll cop it soon. But your behavior won't stop me from dropping that tune. No fake reviews or petty tricks from me. Just do your thing, man, and let it be. This looks dope, can't you see the play? Every second you keep going, more slips away. Potential customers come, they ain't gonna stay. While you moralize against someone who won't sway. Beach made Brian. Beach made Brian. Beach made Brian. Beach made Brian.
hello. This is not about me today, though. This is not at all American Beef. This is the day, the great day, the great war of separation. And hopefully we'll be separating you from your money to celebrate the Rookie Critic. It's his birthday, and he's being a real McAsshole and not streaming on his own channel, getting his own super-duper chats to fill his coffer, drinking. So maybe we can entice him. Rookie, is it all right if I put your PayPal link in the chat? Is that okay?
Sure.
Super chat you directly.
Sure.
Maybe make you drink, imbibe yourself. Maybe they can pay to play to get on, say happy birthday. Maybe they'll even send you money to make you buy your own copy of The Great War of Separation from the Ripaverse.
That's all it's called, The Great War, not the extra spectacular, super vernacular.
The highly anticipated Great War of Separation.
Exactly.
But yeah, hello, Sasatini 20 Sasatini. Yeah, okay, I got that right. 28 separation of you from your money. Funny, I haven't bought a thing from him since I got someone in Alpha Core at a convention. What's up, Jimmy the Lumberjack? Sing Hail Chat and Black Angus.
What's up, Jimmy?
Backy. What's up, my friend?
What's up?
And so Jimmy says, I'm proud to say I never backed ISOM. I never liked that guy, and I trusted my gut. That's how I am as a football fan. I make calls that are not statistically validated. I'll go in a store like the comic store, talk football, and like, oh man, it's going to be Ravens Eagles. I'm like, yeah, that guy's never going to a Super Bowl, bro. Lamar Jackson, just something about those players that are cool to watch don't really cut it. And what do you know? Angus is right again. So I know all about going with your gut on things, and I'm fat, so I also do it in that way.
You know, also the hype for a lot of movies and stuff. Oh, Gremlin's gonna be so great,
Jesus,
so great. And it's like, don't know about that. Oh yeah, it wasn't great.
All right, let me get the old Rickster's PayPal in here so y'all can give him money directly if you wish.
Yeah, usually on my birthday I would do a live stream on my channel and drink, but I just did not feel the vibe as much this time, so I just decided to be a little more chill today. But it is in the evening, so you know, who knows now. I used to make it a thing to stream for a few hours and get actually drunk and fucked up on stream, so you can see Drunk Rook back in the day. I was younger then, though, just to be clear. So
there we go. Trying to get a little something for you here to celebrate.
For sure.
All right, let me find you really quick. Send request.
Shout out.
Okay, shout out. Let me log in to my PayPal so I can snag the code properly.
I feel like Lethal Lightning would be fun to have on All American Beef one day. If we
Oh,
can
of
ever
course.
we can never get him. I chatted with
He's
him
a
very,
gaping
very
gargler.
briefly.
He's too good
Very
for us
briefly.
now.
Yeah, but it's like he's still like when he went on, he just immediately was like he roasted Melanie Mac real quick and Razor Fist in the same breath, and I was just like out of nowhere, and it was off of like Walton bringing up Brie Larson, and it just like had these zingers right away. And it was kind of shit. Oh, I missed the Aussie tenacity that they had. Very quick wits there.
Actually, I don't know how to get your link directly. But
I think it's just in the description. I think it's just in the description of videos. It just has a link there.
No, your PayPal. Just DM it on Twitter to me so I can put it in the chat. Or you can put it in the chat yourself.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Is it downloaded yet? I think so. Hold on, let me make sure. I don't think I downloaded this. Sorry, people. Sorry. No, that's the Ripaville. I downloaded that just to make sure Eric can never hide it. when all of them are canceled.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. I was like, I better save this.
Yeah, but apparently EVS is looking back at the Ripaville thing to see if any of them were under the glass house, which isn't like confirmed to be it, but it just seems highly likely that that's the company that Eric refers to in the very extremely vague post about a company pulling out per se.
Sorry, oh my god. You don't hear it yet, but I'm downloading something and it's playing while I'm trying to like navigate other shit. I'm like, oh my god, brain overload. Where are we? Okay, here we go. Now I can finally play this for Rookie. That's what I need. Video file. Here we go. Happy birthday, Rookie.
Huh? Surprise! Happy birthday, Squidward! Happy birthday! Happy birthday cake! Happy birthday! Pin the tail on the seahorse! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Squidward!
That's great.
It's not my birthday!
Classic SpongeBob.
Oh my god, we love us some SpongeBob.
Love that. Yeah, I'm sending you the link to the PayPal thing. Click it first to make sure it works.
Oh, great. My account is nuked. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Let's see how this looks on the old StreamYards. All right. Give Ricky money for his birthday so he can buy Ripaville stuff.
I think, I want to get the great anticipated highly War of Separation. Is it really called War of Separation?
Yeah, it's very generic.
Oh, because that's like, that's what I'd call a draft name, and then come up with the real name later. Like, there's some sort of way that describes this split, a separation, if you will. And then later we'll call it something else, like I don't know, Civil War is looking at examples in our history of war names. It's not like is there great war names in history?
Revolutionary War. It's pretty cool. There is the Punic Wars, Carthage versus Rome. There is the
like 100 Years War.
Usually you name wars like very simply off of region or race.
Yeah, so this sounds like it's like is it the race of Texas or the race of like superheroes and stuff?
Yeah, like there's the Franco-Prussian War. It's like I guess it'd be like Germanic bordered French versus Prussians, which are also Germanic. So it's like sub-regional. But yeah, let's refresh your mind, people, about the Great War and its separation, and hopefully separate you from some money.
Yeah.
For the Rookie the Critic. All right, so they put up a trailer. I don't know if this is a new trailer or if it's just the same one a little longer. Let me see. Jimmy says, I guess the whole Texas leaving the USA is like political porn for Texas libertarians. Yeah, they really get off on like it's in their constitution. They're like the one state that legally has like a clause to separate, but none of them have the balls to do it. So what's the point?
Well, and it's like in the book, it's apparently a war, like a war of separation, but it's like, I don't know, I just wish there's a better name for it. I don't know.
Also, they keep selling it with like Texas, but thanks to Mike Barron, we learned that there's like 7 countries in the U.S. now. The contiguous U.S. is now like 7 countries.
That threw me for a loop. I was like, oh, I thought it was I thought it was an alternate world where the only difference is Texas is its own country. Like, I thought that was the only difference. And it's like, no, there's a bunch of other things. But then it's like, okay, but then that kind of changes the status of the world at that point, because like other countries aren't just related to the US now. There's 7 instead of 1 country over here. Now there's like 7. And so it's like, so are all 7 of them allies to, Britain or what?
Oh, dude, this is what I talked about when I first started reading this shit. When we find out Texas is its own country, I was saying this from the beginning. I'm like, you would turn Oklahoma into international territory. You would make the Red River what the Rio Grande is right now, where it's like a federal line of the territory. You would elevate it. You would elevate the importance of Oklahoma, and by extension, Arkansas, with like Texarkana, Louisiana, New Mexico border, especially around like, basically the whole Texas Panhandle all the way to El Paso. That whole border area would be contentious for New Mexico. So you would elevate the status of those basically flyover states. You might influence the population of those states. You might have a huge shift in population because you'd shift military. What is happening with Fort Hood, Texas, arguably one of, if not the biggest U.S. military base in the country. I think there's like 100,000 soldiers plus their families, whether living in the base or on the outskirts of the base.
Well, and when a state splits after a war, and into its own country, like, yeah, what is that? That there's probably a lot of negative effect to that. But as far as we can tell in this world so far, it's all hunky dory, which might make sense based on how far ahead it is in time, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like that's a very, very skirted under thing. That's like, this should still be, I feel like, kind of highly affected, but I don't know.
Also, you'd be inviting Mexico to try to reclaim its old territory.
Yeah, why is it? What if they allied with Texas to take over the rest of America?
I mean,
or Texas, Canada, and Mexico combine their powers to try to take on America.
Honestly, the way, Eric is so retarded. He's, from what we've seen, he's left this world where Texas is just like hunky dory. It's same old. And in reality, it should be Texas is a huge fucking war zone. You had one state take on 49 others.
Yeah, I feel like it should really, well, I guess, well, see, we think that, but maybe it literally just took on one faction, like one state, like maybe it only fought one side. It sounds really weird when it says like even the great separation.
I know
really
Eric
describe it.
I know Eric
really?
and Ripitards won't follow because they'll just hear the title and dismiss it. But honestly, watch Handmaid's Tale to learn how to develop a fictional future of a war-torn country and trying to show prosperity.
There should be more battles happening all the time, and it is, again, it's just confusing the way he presents the world. Like, the first couple things we hear is crime's not that bad, it's okay, police themselves are doing pretty good, whatever. And then there's like a bunch of superheroes around, and then it's just kind of like, okay, so like I assume the main conflict should honestly be the border all the time if you're Texas, or if not, like who else is in? If Texas is the most super powered state of like individuals that have powers or something, that's a concern. It's good because we have Alpha Core, but also bad because there's Yaira or something. Like, but it just seems like no, it's fine still. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Hold on 1 second.
That's why I'm the most intrigued by this the concept of this one. I want to see what they'll do. I bet I'll be highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. We'll see.
The highly disappointing Yaira number 2. I love it. Okay, let's wait. Oh, I had the same tab on 2 different tabs. All right, let's dig in, people. Let's look at this. Wait, why don't you have your camera on, Ricky? I usually
I'm sitting in my chair. In my in my relaxing chair. So yeah.
How about you stop relaxing?
I like relaxing. I'm relaxing, having fun, and doing this and detracting right now. So
oh my god,
let's chill.
All right, time to react. Wait, Jimmy says, crime not that bad. Horseman is ripping off gangsters. Yeah. Comprehensive timeline and continuity, Jimmy. Just shut up. Here we go.
Trust me, I tried. I wanted to live a normal life, but that proved to be
pretty sure this is new. Pretty sure.
Okay.
I had to pause to look at this effect. So, pay attention to this effect on his cape.
Sure.
I tried.
Right here.
I wanted to live a normal.
All right, so I'm no animator or artist, but all right, so we got like a flat comic panel in the background. Solari is probably also part of this. My guess, he's either part of this or it's another image from the comic. They spliced over this, maybe changed the coloring. Be my guess. It's probably actually a colored page, but then it looks like they added like a flag or something, like a 3D asset, like an actual 3D image over this, but it's all dark, so they're trying to make it like blend together. It just looks really ugly. Like there's no point. It'd been better if you just had like a still and then did whatever that effect is, where you take like the closer image and make it look like it's shifting perspective. I don't know. I noticed that and it just stands out.
I'm just fine if there's a still image, honestly. I don't know.
Right. It's either just make it still and have the image itself shift, or do that weird effect where they like basically are cutting out parts of it, and then it's really silhouette. Just like not a silhouette, but they're like cut. I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Cropping?
I don't think it's called cropping. Basically, it's like layering, where you're focused on one image and then you layer it over another image of like maybe the same thing, but you're like shifting it or enlarging it to make the perspective seem like it's alive in some way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's just like watch that.
My life. But that proved to be impossible. It just did something to me. That's why I settled in Flores Park and put myself back in the line of fire. I'm forever a soldier. Braxwell, with your addition, we formed Alpha Core. And it reminds me so much of the old days. But it's not the old days. Sometimes it feels like I'm just a dog chasing its tail.
Sometimes I feel like it's the old days, but it is not the old days. The way it sounds so funny. It's just I don't know anybody that talks like this. I love it. I love
A
trailers.
soldier. Braxwell, with your addition, we formed Alpha Corps. And it reminds me so much of the old days. But it's not the old days.
It's not guilty.
Sometimes it feels
Sometimes it feels legal, sometimes not so much. We're gonna kill Rookie.
Killing me. It reminds me of the old days, but that is one of which it is not the old days. I love it.
See, y'all gotta get Rookie this book.
I love Rippaverse trailers. They're so silly. I also like it's funny. He's like, when I was by myself, I was not Alpha Corps. I added one person to my crew, and now we are Alpha Corps. It's like that's how the Justice League formed, right? Batman was like, "Yo, Superman, we're gonna be some kind of League of Justice, right?"
What are
Yeah,
we, some kind of
Just
Alpha
two of
Core or something.
It's like it's fun. I assume you wouldn't think you get your team until you have 3 people anyway. Like you're a duo, I guess, a pair. You're technically by yourself, but sometimes you got your bro with you.
Incredibly,
But then it's
like the ambiguously gay duo.
Exactly. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, we can't go that now. That one's already taken. So what's next? Alpha Core. Okay, it's good enough. Good enough."
feels like I'm just a dog chasing its tail. Over the last century, the United States has become more and more fractured. Some would say they were surprised Texas wasn't the first to split. But when your allegiance is tested...
Hold on, I'm sorry. Did I just totally skip? Did he say what caused anything? What? Did he just say America is just fractured? That's it?
Over the last century, the United States has become more and more fractured. Some would say they were surprised Texas wasn't the first to split. But when your allegiance is tested, decisions must be made. It becomes obvious. I serve the United States, but ultimately, my allegiance was to the Lone Star.
This is really funny, all right? Because I wonder if anyone's asked there, hey, why aren't there any Confederate flags in Texas? Why isn't there at least like a hillbilly in the background with the Texas flag on his truck? That's a common thing in the South.
Yeah.
The Confederate flag is an endearing symbol in the South, despite people trying to politicize it for the last 100 years, vilify it. It is a part, Leonard Skinner, that's their symbol, the Confederate flag. They're basically like blues hippies, because it's a symbol of the region, the Confederate States. It's bigger than the political fight of the Civil War. It's a symbol that's just endeared, and it's been slandered because KKK association, but it's more of a regional thing.
Yeah.
It's really weird to literally ape the same sentiment of the Confederate leaders, or it's like, well, I love America, but Virginia is my home, so that's why they're Confederate generals like Lee and Stonewall Jackson, etc. They were Ulysses S. Grant was not the first choice to lead the Union, and I don't even think he was to start the Civil War, if I'm not mistaken. It took him a while to actually land the gig, because the Union's generals were all scrub backups. All the good generals went to the South.
Yeah.
So it's really weird to market to a very Confederate sentiment and yet have
not have any Confederate flag or anything.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
You think
even been black rappers that
think even just a Dukes of Hazzard car would do, a little bit.
Yeah. It's, especially if you're going to sell yourself as unwoke. Part of the wokeness of the last half century.
Well, wait, no, he has not specifically said
he said he's unwoke. He says he's unwoke. He didn't say he's anti-woke, he just said unwoke. But
okay.
So my guess is anti-woke would be just outright counter signaling.
Well, I guess so neurotic in them are more anti-woke because every single thing they do is about hate, about not liking woke stuff. So.
Right. Versus unwoke's just hey, let's just make comics? Why is it got to be? And it's like, okay, fine. But I mean, even being unwoke is anti-woke de facto. It's the whole like you can't just be not racist. You have to be
from
anti-racist.
the woke's perspective, you're either with me or I will kill you.
Yeah. So it's just de facto anti-woke. All right. And so one of the many little grievances that has been a woke issue is like the Confederate flag in any non-hostile display. Dukes of Hazzard was a positive, nationally beloved show with the Confederate flag.
And it's kind of like its kind of like its Golden Gate Bridge in a way, and its Statue of Liberty. It's like, oh, I recognize that. Where must be in Texas?
Yeah.
You think of.
Even the modern Dukes of Hazzard film addressing the controversy of that symbol in the modern day at that point, still put it on the car and had the balls to like not just cave like the toy companies that just won't put it on the cars anymore.
Well, it's almost like, would they? Oh, they probably won't actually. Never mind. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Like, I was gonna say, would they ever refuse making any sort of positive Nazi thing? But they would never do that. So,
I mean, there's like model companies that make accurate, Nazi figures and whatnot. Like,
no, but I'm saying, like, if they had like a Nazi family or a Nazi soldier, that's like, I'm not totally evil. I don't think they'd ever do that. Like,
right.
So never mind.
So yeah, no, it's something that really stands out. It's something to actually hold Eric's foot to the fire for. Of like, well, where do you stand? Like, how unwoke are you? Will you actually have balls and put it?
That would actually be interesting to be a part of the story of like, okay, this is the flag that's chosen, but it's controversial to many of the citizens of Texas. Of like, why not the Confederate flag? And that could be a point where they're trying to get it changed to the Confederate flag.
Confederate flag.
That'd be interesting to have that be part of the story.
Texas is one of the 13 stars of the Confederate flags. It's not even just a sentiment. Texas is literally a Confederate state.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just actual history and then culture that you're obfuscating. And I get how detailed you want to be about every fucking facet, and it's such like a minutia little thing. But I mean, you've shown comics in the Ripverse with American flags in this post war.
I feel like the way that we point out these things are ways that you can have it as part of your story in a significant way if you want to, like using what is there and then like utilizing that to your story's benefit, even if it's not a main focus. Like, it's something extra you could potentially have that would be.
Yeah, there's an organization called, I can't remember what they're called, but they're a skinhead organization. Everyone hears skinheads, they think Nazi, but they're a multi-ethnic, whatever. The whole thing is like heritage, not hate, which is kind of gay to me. It's like the fact you're engaging at all in that kind of verbiage, you've already lost, but the sentiment, I love the sentiment, but I hate like even acknowledging the other side, because once you acknowledge they're winning, you're arguing on their terms.
Yeah, just like the Jeremy's chocolate thing.
Yeah. So, but there's a lot of rappers before like this woke era where they'd have rap albums with Confederate flags and shit. So it's not some Nazi racist shit.
Yeah, would Tom McDonald have the balls to do that? I don't know.
No, he's a totally bot.
He's a super Republican rapper. And I just don't know if you'd even do that. I don't know. Maybe.
Cringe. But no, it's funny because I thought about this. I don't know how much I'll display it, because it is spicy today, I guess. But no, I'm not going to hide from the Confederate flag in my comics because Meth Gator takes place in Georgia in the swamps. So you're talking about the heart of the South, heart of the Confederacy. I'm pretty sure the Mount Rushmore of the Confederacy is in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Stone Mountain.
It's kind of weird what they choose to censor sometimes. I was just watching a little bit of the Justice League animated thing, and do you remember the one where they go back in time on accident and like because Vandal Savage or whatever, like pretty much went to World War II and took over the Nazi regime, and they freeze Hitler. and they show his face, which is like, oh, they even showed Hitler's face. Interesting.
They save him for a better time.
Well, yeah, they're like save him for later. They put him on ice. But then the Nazi symbols are replaced with like a lightning bolt streak or something. It's just like a different symbol, and it's just like, just weird here. All the things are showing and implications about it, and then you don't have the actual symbol. That is kind of weird to me, but
Freeze Hitler.
He wanted to be like Disney, of course, and freeze himself.
Yeah, as soon as you say freeze Hitler instead of kill Hitler, it's like, well, you're clearly putting him in stories.
Well, it is funny. Well, you could look at it in terms of like, because Vandal Savage is like immortal and has lived for like hundreds or thousands of years or something, and it's like maybe he wants to preserve people for some reason, but I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. It was literally basically, so once he's defeated, they go, that guy was a lunatic. Let's bring back Mein Fuhr or whatever. Let's bring back the original one. It's like, okay.
That's interesting. I'm trying to find. All right, so what's this? It's called the Savage Time.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to find the symbol to see how gay it is, because you can't beat the swastika. It's just the most savage fucking symbol. It's so simple too, because it's just like the rotation of the Big Dipper. I mean, it's tied to like sun turning also, but it's basically like a seasonal and eternity symbol. I like how Vito puts it's a really simple symbol to make. Like do you want to make a swastika? Ah, shit.
No, I don't know if I told you, but I don't know if I told anybody here. But like, so my mom watches like crochet YouTube channels, and
you told me about this guy.
This one gay guy was making a blanket for like an old lady who happened to be like a Holocaust survivor or something. I don't know. And people were saying, "You made a swastika." It's just like, and he was like crying about it. I didn't mean to. I don't know. And like took down all the videos about it, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's just funny. But
Scooby-Doo's like, he hates triggers.
No, that's funny.
Because I used a hard R.
It'd be funny. I feel like you could get away with saying that in the show. Look, Raggy, a rigger.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I was gonna show this before I say hi to Keely Chow. I had to look this up.
Are you having trouble finding it? I have it right here.
No, I found it.
Yeah.
It's always like a mind fuck trying to remember like the sequence to share stuff. Like, wait, how do I do it? Oh yeah. Okay. Present
them.
All right. So this is the symbol. This is literally everything woke turns to shit. You got the cool, awesome swastika right here. See, that's a cool symbol. And then you got gay variation of like, this is soy swastika because they're so scared to just keep it for the show. And so,
which is weird because they like show people like they imply they get killed, and they act like we all know World War II, right? And they don't ever say the name Hitler. They say that old crazy guy, the other crazy man, or the old Führer is what they'll reference him as. They don't actually say his name. But I'm surprised they showed him frozen there, which to me, I'm like, if you show his face, but it's weird that you don't say his name and you change the symbol. Like, what are the rules that you have to follow here? It's so weird to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just like, what's the point? What's the point?
I don't know, especially because they're like operating.
Just have this guy. Just have like Savage take over the swastika.
They're operating over like the idea that we know World War II stuff. Like even the kids watching know World War II. So what do you mean? I mean, I guess thinking about it now, it could be so he takes over the regime, so he changes the symbol to his own symbol. That is not.
You know what it might be, Rookie?
But
it might be copyright. They don't have to pay the rights to
Yeah,
use the swastika.
Savage can freeze him. He can't. It's against the law to kill Hitler, but he can't. So he has to freeze him, and then he can't just adopt the same symbol. You got to make his own one. Speaking of that, we should continue the Rip-a-Veal the trailer for the new trailer.
Yeah, we gotta watch the
separation.
Rip-a-Nazi.
The separation.
All right.
Everybody has their opinions on the accepts. The term has morphed over the last several decades. It really depends on the slang of the locals. Much like you and I.
Wait, I thought they were going to give an example, like because he said depending on the slang of the locals, like those crazy, somethings out there, the weird folks, them something else. I thought they showed black people in the hood, and so I assumed they're gonna give us a crazy name.
I showed one.
So. Oh,
Rookie
sees, that's a mic. No, that's a microphone. I thought that was a gun. Okay.
Rookie sees one black, and he's like, "There's a whole herd of blacks in the area." Like,
I thought that was a gun that he was pointing at him. So it's a microphone. Whoops.
Much like you and I.
See, look how miserable this is. Like the one time we get eye contact with the character.
Mouth.
Yeah, it's like Maxwell's like taking a shit. And so is Solari, and he's mad at you that he has to take this shit. He ate too much cheese last night.
I'm constipated. I'm gonna turn Super Saiyan if I keep on trying to poop.
We all have a unique story, and how we came to be special is not
What is this?
free.
What
And
is,
how
like,
we
what am I
I was trying to decipher the image. Is he holding a person?
No. Like, okay, so he's got the leg, the arm on the same side of the guy. He's got him like hog tied.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's got him over.
That's not my
shoulder.
issue. It's like this guy is just freaking the fuck out, getting flown against his will. Because I think this is the criminal from the opening of Alpha Core. All right, but look at like the tone of Solari.
He's meditating.
He's just like pleasant about this whole situation. It feels, I don't know, rapey. It feels like a sociopath or something.
You can cry. It's okay.
It feels like when you watch Homelander, you're just always waiting for him to crush someone's head or snap or something. He's just unstable, and sometimes he won't match the scenario.
Well, when you see him like crack the first time, anytime after that, it's who's going to piss him off to where he does that same thing to them, or does he like them enough to allow them to live but still make them shit themselves or something? Or like the deaf guy, the blind guy, who he then makes deaf. He doesn't. I mean, he technically killed with the amount of blood that came out of that guy's head. Like he's probably dead, but they imply he's just like crippled, and it's like, we'll just pay off his family.
Yeah, but no, I see this, and this just speaks to the tone deafness of everyone involved in this fucking company. On top of all these weird side-eye pictures where they're like dismissively looking your way all the time like this for their promo art of themselves in the team.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you say that. Like usually most photos people try to be in the center or face you typically and look in your direction, like with your whole face.
Yeah, or you do the 3/4 perspective, maybe, but like they're kind of doing that sometimes, but it's always just like the attention is completely over here, and they just like, huh?
What? They turn the camera at the moment they took the picture, and then they look back away. They're like, what? I'm doing something over here.
It's these little details like this that really make or break. You can have a lot of mess ups, a lot of inconsistencies. You can have a lot of growing pains of how tight the stories are.
Maybe it's part of Solari's character that he enjoys the fear and pain on criminals' faces.
That would actually be a character.
What if that is part of his thing? He's just like, I enjoy it when they're pissing themselves because it means I'm doing my job.
No, he's just a total pussy, actually. Like, however Superman-esque he is, he's just a total fucking pushover. Like, oh, yes, sir. Like, he's a total Boy Scout. Doesn't question anything. He's like Captain America first movie.
It's just kind of weird you
And how
mention
we-
that because was Superman ever like I listen to the government type of character, or he comes to me like he's his own agent all the time.
I feel like over time with just general sentiment, I feel like more than likely the general, and I haven't read any of the old shit, but my guess is, from tone I gather, old Superman was made in a time where no one questioned the government because we're the good guys, so we're only worried about exterior.
Well, it was
external
more
forces.
about like fighting Nazis and stuff.
Yeah, and just the tone, like you didn't get like noir is really a post World War into the Cold War. That's when it's really the 50s and 60s is when so much changed for humanity. It's not to say that there hasn't always been people with intellect to like see the crooked nature of politicians. This is a time immemorial issue. But more times than not, even with the crookedness amongst your politicians, very rarely did it ever feel like a common sentiment of you can't trust anyone in the government. They're all out for themselves. There's always a sense, generally speaking, like, well, the common politician has the common well-being of at least the nation for themselves to do well. And by extension, that does well for the people. And so you get like, a nice feeding loop. Noir in film and pulp comic stuff, that's the first time in fiction, really, I think, widespread, you start seeing this questioning. And I don't think that ever really seeped into Superman until probably with Frank Miller coming on the scenes, revolutionizing Batman. That's my guess. It's my guess. If someone can correct me, totally fine with that. But he seems like he's more often, he's going to counter the businessmen that are greedy, that are going to undercut like the union worker. He's like a common sense FDR to Kennedy, like Democrat. It's a centrist character. That's my guess politically. But I mean, whoever wants to write, they can write them however ridiculous they want. But how convincing is it to the average reader? That's another debate. But I'd say, yeah, you kind of got to keep Superman a centrist. He can't be Republican. He can't be Democrat. He's got to just be a conventional, common sense American.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's a guy that really questions the government historically. I think more often than not, he's assuming the generals, the president, they're all good guys.
Okay.
We can investigate that.
I was just thinking about it because I was thinking about like Captain America and how he is, where it seems that he is supposed to be a force pretty much for the government, really. But then I don't know if in the comics they do the same thing that they did in the movies, where like Hydra is a part of it, and then this really affects his view on government, like that changes it. Where it was yes sir to, well, I'm going to use my powers and maybe I'll help you out, but like you could be corrupt, so I'm not just gonna wait for your permission to do something. And I kind of like that progression for him.
Huh. All right. So I see you, Keely and Becky. Bear with us.
Came to be special is not identical, but here it wasn't always like that. We were a specific group, and we were leveraged. But the same can be said for any serviceman. It wasn't just territorial, it wasn't just political. It was far more complicated than that. Despite being so far removed, we're still dealing with the consequences today. New evidence emerges, more conspiracies start to circulate about what really happened. I can only speak to what I know. Even at the surface level, it didn't just change the dynamics of North America. It altered the entire world.
No, I'd love to see
Some
that
call
like
it
in
the
effect in any shape or form at all. But
Yeah,
be
I
fictional
noticed nothing, and
nonsense.
they have to like purposely stress something different. It's not obvious. You can't gather it.
Well,
You don't.
I mean,
You don't see any distinction besides Accepts being reality. You
what
don't really see a distinction at all of like life is different from what we know, because you read ISOM, and even if they like say lip service to like Great War Separation or something, it's you go into this world where it's like the one difference is superheroes enhanced people are reality. You
yeah,
know?
like that's the new factor. That's the only new factor.
So and going through it, you never get a sense of actually a lot more on the surface is way different. And I think you kind of need to in some ways. And they've not really done it at all.
And
But
you don't have to do it in major ways, just subtle ways. Subtle ways would be fine too. Like having the police have different uniforms, for example, and maybe do an action or two that is like clearly different than what the average police officer might do or something. I don't know. Just talking small time here.
Well, I mean, the cops got a warrant to kick down a door because someone stole from the dollar store.
Right, but I mean that doesn't suggest that there was a giant war that separated them from
No, but that
America or
tells you something that's
so-
completely fucked with this legal system, because you're talking about possible murder by the state over petty theft.
But
That
it's
is-
just
that does not match at all.
Well, you see, if that's the case, then I feel like there should be even more crime, because like by people just getting the right amount of toothpicks or something, because they'll kick down your door for that
Yeah,
offense. And
yeah.
it's like,
You're talking about
so wait, so when they say like it just raises more questions. It's all, and that it's just not really addressed. So I was gonna say, so a big point to what we're getting at here is like there's just naturally a castle in the middle of Texas desert, and there's like no eyebrow really. I mean, I think he's sort of like it's a little strange. It's a thing. There's nothing like what in the Sam Hale is that? A
he's
castle?
never like oh, there's a dragon here. He's like, yeah, I never even thought about that part, because it's
just
already
like,
just so bad.
It's pretty casual. Like I think some of the dialogue's like, well, this is weird, but that's not really anything. Like I feel like the scene you construct where you introduce to Bloodruth for the first time should be crazy. Like we're stepping into the real supernatural shit.
Or like
here.
they
This
fly
is
down
bizarre.
into hell with her blood.
It
It
should
should
be
be like
casual.
"Woo!" There
It's
should
so
be something.
casual. Like his best lip service is that sounds like fictional nonsense. Like that's like it. It's like yeah. I mean, I feel like there should be a lot more said.
It'd be one thing if
around
Doctor
that.
Strange visited Bloodruth, and then she does
Right.
something unique, and he's just like, "Huh."
Yeah, I
That's
agree
okay.
because from his perspective, like this kind of shit's a normal. That's every day for him. But for little old Isom, no. Like he should be like, this is crazy. I work on a farm, and all I did was punch people before, and I like to fall on cars. But like I don't know what, Darren Fontano is my arch nemesis, not castles and dragons and demons from hell and shit. Like, what is
Sorry,
all
the name Darren Fontano, especially supposed to be for a black gangster, I hear it, and I hear Bobby Boucher from Waterboy saying it, like Captain Insano.
Darren Fontano.
Darren Fontano. Like, what?
The return of Darren Fontana.
The infamous black mobster of Dallas, Texas.
The highly anticipated Darren Fontana.
Highly anticipated. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna drop a highly anticipated dookie in the toilet.
Becky says, I have no clue what the fuck Eric was thinking here. Getting a kick out of the face. Keely's having fun laughing at Eric.
That's good. That's good. Well, it's funny. Angus and you could see Angus and I enjoy talking about this prospect of like making changes to the world or showing the differences in the stuff. That helps enhance the main story. Like, this is all minor things that you could like add but I think it helps overall, especially over multiple books.
Funny because we actually put thought into stuff we want to make. Like this is why I love these books, because it makes me think in ways where it's like, how would you not contemplate any, like, it's fine if he missed something, like if he missed like half of my commentary about the sense of the world, not even talking about tone or anything, but just the sense of the world, whatever. But I feel like definitely half of the stuff I've said over this last year plus should be things that were conceptualized, that were just natural. All right, if I do this, this is definitely, especially if you lived in Texas. He lives in Texas. I haven't lived down there in that area. I'm from Oklahoma. I haven't lived down there for like over a decade. Even I have like a sense of awareness about some stuff still. And so, yeah, it's just really weird that none of, and it's just, it shows this guy's a fucking tourist. Doesn't matter how many videos he's put up of comic reviews or something. Like, he obviously is a fucking tourist. Like, just because he flipped through pages, it's not mean he knows shit about comics. He's not a fan. All of his merch is like Hobby Lobby trash, mass production. No fandom there.
Well, it's like I would think, regardless, if he really liked talking about media and stuff, that he would really try to put the effort. That he'd be asking the questions that he thinks would be levied at him. Maybe that like, you know, hey, if like this is stuff I've questioned, people I've criticized. You know, what would I do to make that better? What would be my fix to a situation?
Yeah,
something.
It literally, you know, and so that on top of his legal shit, trying to spin a really bad perception of Dick and Vito about really egregious deception kind of shit with the ISOM case, and then basically trying to use lawfare to imprison Riley, you know, potentially getting him killed in jail. You never know if he goes to prison, however short term. He just like looks at a guy wrong, gets shanked in the fucking bathroom. Like, that could be actually happen. As silly as it sounds, he probably go to very minimum security, probably mostly good behavior kind of prison, but it'd still be, this guy would have to go to prison possibly for jokes. Yeah, it's shit that I'm pretty sure some guys that, like, in England, pretty sure this guy in England made some joke on Muslims, went to prison for it. I'm pretty sure he got shanked. I don't know if he died, but I'm pretty sure this guy got attacked, knifed in jail, because they knew about why he was there. And it's like a Muslim gang thing or something. They're getting even. You know, so it's like, no, Eric, even though I don't want him to ever go away, because I love laughing at his shit, he really does deserve his fucking company to just be completely destroyed and to be homeless, to be unemployed. It's a truly horrible fucking person. It's not even about, your comics suck, you're hibbity jibbity fake gangster. No, it's like, you're a real piece of shit trying to get someone thrown in jail and possibly killed because of a joke. Especially if you're a libertarian, you're all about no government and stuff. Complete bitch. So everything I say about these books is like legitimate criticism. I am legitimately entertained. This stuff is legitimately funny to me, but also I do kind of take serious, aside from the criticism, trying to like be objective. I really do take serious the kind of joke about God sent me to righteously destroy this company. It's like, I'm kind of not joking. Actually, I actually have a real fervor to fucking wreck this guy. Whatever little aspect, little chink I can cut out of the armor to collapse this company, I'm here for it. Because we talk about wokeness, about whatever bad agendas companies contribute. Well, that's within their legal right, you know, like it or not, to influence government, pay for campaigns for people. This is the law of the land. If you want to change, you got to vote for it very specifically. No one's doing that. They're just making videos crying about a woke thing, whatever. But yeah, I don't even, you know, if you think getting someone fired, or like Carano getting fired, having your livelihood jeopardized what she's trying to make money in is a line too far. Trying to get someone put in jail and possibly killed in that environment, I think that's way fucking worse. And you should have your life wrecked for it. So yeah, I actually do have like a legitimate like crusade against Eric. It's beyond just funny for me. There's a real cry of justice here that he deserves.
Indeed.
But he deserves my money for the laughs he gives.
True. We do pay for the books.
Or for Texas. But it's most commonly known as the Great War of Separation.
It's just not a fun word to say. Separation. It's like, what is this? A divorce?
See, I feel like calling it like the destruction of America or something, like something along those lines. I don't know.
Keely, how was
fracturing of America would be something.
I don't know. You can just go simple. Like, I know Marvel has Civil War. Like, that's a profound, cause you're to America, it's American comics, you think Civil War, you think what 4 years of I think America killed 1 million total between ourselves. Let me see. Total Civil War death.
Is it the Great War of Deportation because they all went to Texas or something? Like
they estimate 700,000 died in the Civil War. It's crazy though, because all the wars we've been in, we still have not had that many dead total. I think World War II, we lost 400,000.
Yeah, we probably lost more men to McDonald's.
400,000 men died, mostly Army, Air Force, Army and Air Force, although that's technically back then that was the same branch. Surprisingly, only 60,000 died in the Navy. We had a lot of naval battles, so I'm surprised it's that small, actually.
I was just saying, in a way, shouldn't we be like really strong for having lost so few? But then I think, well, maybe that's why we're like, or are we even that strong? Because like the ones who have been through worse probably get better, like they're more skilled. The strong survive, kind of thing. But I don't know.
So what looks good here, Rookie? Which we can go to the Rippaverse website, look in depth at these books. The Great War is not what we do.
Let us do what we do, because it's not what we do, and the past is not the present as we currently are, as it is today. Again.
Let's see. Trying to find my right tab. There we go. All right, so we got a whopping 57,000 on day one for the Great War. So not many are separating from their money to buy this.
we're so far on the not so much side of the coin.
Highly anticipated. Great War Separation #1 pre-order invites fans to dive.
It is actually the most anticipated for detractors, I think, because this is like one of the main first points that Dick Masterson brought up, that like people didn't read ISOM really, so it's like what are you talking about? And then you hear this idea, and it's like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Like, okay, that's an interesting idea.
This is like, I've said it. This is the idea that should have started the universe. This or ISOM, like actually not him. Just do a fucking simple origin story, or show him before he retires, but so we know like what the average
or that his retirement is directly caused from this war. Like this is why he quit or something. Like
I'm pretty sure Chad ran. I'm pretty sure Chad ran in the fucking Comic-Con death fight was a retcon to try to shut detractors up.
Probably.
Because you do like, oh, shucks, darn it.
Chad Wren and Darren Fontana are going to team up in ISOM 3 to take on ISOM 1.
I love an EBS review of ISOM 2 where you get like the alien language, and it's like, and Sharon says this is like, which means faggot. He said it so matter of fact, like obviously I'm translating here.
I'm giving a history lesson to everyone, and this is a fact. These minerals mean this, and that this means the faggots.
So I guess this is gonna be Braxwell. That's my guess.
Braxwell Beasley.
That's my guess. This is Braxwell. This is Solari. He used to shave his head.
So how long ago is this supposed to be from?
Decades.
What year? So how old is?
Right. Exactly.
Never mind.
Exactly. How old is?
See, in my head, this again makes me go, why wasn't this the cause of like ISOM's thing? That would have.
This is actually. This is
maybe
this is
you
2
could
weeks
even
earlier. Before 2 weeks earlier.
Like maybe the Hell Monkeys could have like played a part in splitting the fucking states.
Oh,
up or something.
Oh, it's funny you say that,
wanted...
Rookie. It's funny you say that because I was looking. Look at this poster here. So
that looks like a very different creature, but I don't know what that is. All right.
Yeah, so something is like a demon-mouthed freakazoid thing.
Could be a different guy, different monster, sure.
It looks like it's a mech suit monster man, which is like, wait, why would you put like if you're a freak like this and you're so imposed, I assume you're already like supernatural. Putting just human missile launchers is kind of redundant or underwhelming.
It's gonna be Iron Kong.
But yeah, so like what the fuck is this gonna be? And he's only given us 56 pages, Rookie. This is the other problem.
Wow, it's not even 100 plus. This being the main story. God, this makes me think of like She-Hulk things where they're like, we want to make a courtroom drama. We have no idea how to make a courtroom drama, so whatever. And this is like, let's make a war that presets the history of the whole thing. But I don't really have much to say about it. So like 50 pages, whatever.
This says experience the monumental launch of the Great War of Separation.
Monumental is our keyword for this one. Okay. The monumental Great War of Separation.
The Riververse is highly anticipated. Jesus Christ. You don't know how much I hate this adjective shit with the Rippaverse. Every fucking line, every person's got to have some. It can't just be. Shit. Hey, I'm a writer. It's all the titanicular lettering of the stupendousness of. This is what they do every fucking line.
It makes it less whelming every
when you
time.
Say every fucking thing is highly anticipated. This is syndrome. Nothing is highly anticipated, you fucking retard. All right. So the highly anticipated new series that delves into a nation divided and fight for sovereignty. Follow the gripping tale of Texas that stands against overwhelming odds in a fractured America. I was waiting to say fractured butthole, like the South Park game. This limited time pre-order ending February 28th. Is your exclusive opportunity to own the Great War of Separation #1 and rare collector-only merchandise inspired by the epic journey, written by legendary storyteller with a compelling story by Eric July. Breathtaking illustrations words. By Jack and dynamic colors by Candace Hahn. This 56-page groundbreaking series will draw you deeper into the Rippaverse.
What do these words even mean at this point? Like, honestly, if you were to ask me what they mean in that paragraph, I'd be like, I don't know. They're just more words in the sentence. I don't know what you mean.
You know what I just realized with this art, Rookie? She's destroying a hoe-ass road. I feel like this is a very purposeful design choice.
Yeah,
setting choice.
I think you're right.
What is awesome taking them bitch ass roads?
You think it's a gotcha? We got you here.
Hold on. Let me see.
Stony Mix says roads are theft.
Sure. I don't give a fuck. I need it. Like, it's a fair exchange. I pay some taxes, you make roads so I can go faster to places.
Roads is thief.
It's the most Jesus. All right, let's look at what all can we get here at the Great War of Separation store.
The Scrimtabulous poster number 1 or something. I don't know.
So yeah, $25 for a. Hey, definitely don't fucking buy any posters from Eric, because let me see. Let's go to the store here. Crow for a Cure. Jesus,
is that still going? I forgot about that. Have they advertised that?
They forgot about it already. I wouldn't be surprised she's already dead. Never mind. Like, let's see. I saw something here the other day. It was really just fucking sad. Let me see. Posters. This is crazy, bro. If it's still up here. Oh, come on. So I don't know if it's here, but this image on the left side with Bloodruth, where like the banner for posters.
Sure.
It was selling for 28. Yeah, here it is. Look. 82% off. They're slashing it from $28 to $5. Like, what? That is no way to de-escalate the price. You like at most cut it in half for a while.
Is that isn't that literally like liquidation and everything must go right now?
Yeah, that's worse than Ollie's. Like a Marvel Legends figures range from 18 to say 25, depending what store you're at. Like GameStop's going to charge like $5 extra. So liquidation at Ollie's is $10.
Well, so hold on. So like I know that he I think says like, you know, what am I the first man to invent a sale? It's like I don't think that's so. Is this what sales do? Like, here's something that's worth $15. Now tomorrow it's just going to be $3. And I don't know. Like, is that what happens? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like it's usually not this often, especially on a direct to consumer sort of thing, where it's pretty high end or like, you know, high priced stuff to then just drop it by like 90%. Like, why would that incentivizes me to never buy anything right away? It would be to always wait till it's the cheapest ever or not buy it at all.
Well,
or even like which one is he selling for $13 now for a new comic book?
Yaira.
He's selling what was the first one? Like $25-$35 he's selling it for?
Something like that.
And now you think you have to talk about this too, where it's like, yeah, you lowered the price. So it's like, well, what's wrong with it? At that point.
Well, like, the excuse is it's fewer pages. So that's one way to like flip flop on that. But all right.
Yeah, so but I would also feel like, well, are you just going to lower the price again? Like, why would I? I don't know. With how many times he lowers the price.
Holy shit, Rookie! I just realized this. We're gonna have to read this log line.
No, oh fuck! I forgot about the log line. Oh, how many? Let's do a bingo of like how many like extra words, like monumental, the you know, the great, the highly anticipated, the wonderful, the you know, the fantastic, the magnanimous.
See, look, this is what I was talking about. Someone was bragging about like, I can't wait to get this cover with gold foil. It's gonna be this is Rachel is setting the stage for quality covers in comics. And you're talking about this one here with the open jacket.
There's not even like anything unique about the image.
It's a guy with just a shirt underneath his shirt.
Well, it looks like a generic guy as well. It's not like a detailed face. Just
it's like, wait, is this Lex Luthor?
I was about to say Lex Luthor or a bald guy. I can't think of his name from Spider-Man or something. But instead of,
are you talking about the Rhino?
I was like, is this like a skinny Kingpin or something? Just
Yeah, and then the background. So you got
Vin
him wearing
Diesel.
fatigues, but they are like sun washed in the image, so they're just like goldish brown. And then you got goldish brown like sand dunes, I guess. And then the rest of it's just like an ugly residential cityscape in like a valley of the mountains. I guess
Well,
this
like,
is
so
Shadow Valley.
the poster, the cover on the right, I'd say just looks. You just have that poster. Don't have the other.
I don't think it looks great, but
I'm
it has
I'm
personality.
not saying it's amazing, but if you look at them side by side, I'm drawn to the one on the right. One on the right catches my attention. There's a horse. There's him. The flag. There's a Capitol type building behind him. The decent angle, like an interesting angle. So like, there's already just more there.
Oh
I
boy,
don't know what the fuck that is. What the fuck
this
is
number
that?
2, the B cover. Is this an except? Is it a monster? Can it be stopped? Find out inside. Introducing the most dangerous villain yet, Xeno.
Yet in terms of compared to Darren Fontana, or compared to Helma Keys, or compared to the space people from the Yaira face.
And we get I like this cover. I think this is Kanan White. Especially I like the chick with the gun at the bottom, but she should have been like the main focus, not bald Solari.
Kind of trying to figure out what the stuff on the bottom even is here.
That's as close as I can zoom in.
Okay. It just seems I didn't even see that other face on the bottom. I didn't even see that.
Someone's got a fucking sword.
I can't tell where.
Like, see, there's a sword like on the left bottom. There's a sword. Someone's got a sword. It seems
standing on Lex Luthor's head. There's the chick with the gun, like you said. Then there's a face down there, and something's on fire.
And then this is the one of the monsters from the This is the monster from the poster. See, there's the cannons on the shoulder.
Oh,
and
right.
Then,
I see. Yeah, I got you.
And then you got black family without a father, of course, obviously. And then you got a black guy in a window somewhere for some reason.
See, I don't like this at all. I hate this one. I hate this one more than the simple one, honestly.
Come on, this is telling me so much.
I can't tell what the fuck's happening. I don't like that one.
I love it. Oh my god, this is great.
I hate that. The one with the horse is the simplest. Like, here's a thing. Here's a charge. There's Capitol-like buildings around. It's at a low angle looking up. He's got a flag. I can tell what's going on there. You know.
Honestly, the Xeno one's probably conceptually the best cover.
I feel like it doesn't fit for the Great War of Separation. Here's a weird monster.
Here's a comic Civil War story.
Scooby-Doo villain, like.
But let's shoot a blob man for some reason.
Right.
No, yeah, it's totally retarded. I'm just saying, like, as a pitch image of a comic, this seems the most just like I have an idea.
I think I would agree. Yeah, in terms of that, I would agree.
This one looks like political propaganda. This Texas flag. This one is generic Lex Luthor disrobing like a faggot.
The political propaganda one, I think, makes sense for the title, like the Great War of Separation. Here's a political image.
This one is just like,
I don't know. It's a
we're doing a lot of stuff. I don't know if it makes any sense.
That's more of a blob monster than the blob monster on the right.
This is a black guy swearing an oath. While
is he flipping him off or doing a Nazi symbol? What's he doing?
He's doing an oath. Looks like his hands on a Bible or something. So it looks like he's taking an oath of some kind. You got a black guy in a military jacket of some kind of Molly gear. You got Solari doing something. You got a tech like war machine monster. You got a lady with a gun.
See, like, so many of this fuses into each other. I don't really get.
I mean,
I have no idea
lady with the gun tells me someone's going to die. If you ever seen women police videos, someone's shot, obviously,
including yourself.
So that tells me there's going to be bullets flying.
Is that supposed to be Darren Fontana at the bottom?
I don't think so. Darren Fontana has cornrows. I don't know if it's corn rolls or rose.
When you said corn rolls, I'm picturing Cat Williams say corn rolls or something. Said that.
Corn rose. Okay.
Corn rolls. Yeah.
I never actually looked it up. I just always kind of winged it. I didn't know if it's rolls or rose.
Yeah, either way, I feel like if certain people say it, it'll sound like either one. So that's.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I had no idea.
Yeah.
But this is what a treat. This is going to be great, Rookie.
Yeah.
All right, so log line time, description time.
Ooh. Are you ready? Are you ready to do rip a voice?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
You want to read this like Eric July?
I mean, it's funny when you read it like not yourself, or what if you did a Squidward? What if you read it like
no. I'm not in a Squidwardy mood.
I'm reading it like Horseman. Read it like SpongeBob. I don't know.
I can't do SpongeBob. Jesus.
Patrick, read like Patrick.
Oh, I got this saved. Let me go back. This will get me in the mood in some way. Shit. Here we go.
Howdy, y'all.
I'm Texas too.
Howdy, y'all.
Get a dog, little
Howdy, y'all.
July's angry.
The stars in night are dying whenever they have to be over Domo Stupid, Texas. What am I now?
Oh, stupid.
Stupid.
This.
What's the difference?
Y'all best apologize.
Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm looking at EVS's stream. The thumbnail. I have no idea what the fuck this is. It's like a little cave troll, and there's a cave drawing of, it looks like a toilet. Hold on, let me zoom in on this. Oh wait, the toilet, it's a duck for some reason, or chicken maybe. Probably a chicken.
It's a chicken.
It's a chicken with a.
It is a chicken.
With a bowman shooting.
There's a bowman. There's a sunshine. There's a chicken. Yeah.
What does a bowman have to do with trash cast?
Well, black man. I don't know. Are you kidding me? I don't know.
Well, no, Eric's the chicken.
Well, I don't know.
Or is he the troll?
Maybe he's all three.
I mean, I'll definitely catch the replay, but it's just like, wait, what? What's up? At least it's cheap. Huh. All right. So let's look at this fucking rip a pitch.
I think he's talking about the posters or something.
Rip a pitch time, Rookie.
Yes.
All right.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I gotta pull it. Hold on, let me just make sure this is gonna bother me. Since I noticed it. Not that it's gonna be perfect, but I feel like this is. I think my table's crooked, so I'm not lining up. I'm lining up off my table, but I think my table's crooked, so that's why I'm not like lining up straight with my background. So I'll have to fix that later. But at least this thing can get a little bit more of the toys to my right. All right. Okay, I am sharing. Oh wait, have you ever streamed with Keely? I don't think I've ever streamed with him. If you want on Keely, hit me up on Twitter. I can send you a link. Wonder if your voice sounds Asian.
That's what I'm always imagining.
If you sound like Akiri Chow.
Akiri Chow, hello.
No.
Welcome to the chat.
No, come with AWOL. Yeah, Fly-wise, yeah.
Squid Game.
I wonder if he sounds ambiguous like the trans in Squid Game.
Yeah, who knows?
All right, subscription. Prepare for a high-stakes adventure with the gripping.
Gripping's the word.
Ding,
What
ding,
drink?
ding, ding.
One drink. One
What
drink.
is this? Tight pussy? It's gripping. 56-page debut of The Great War of Separation #1, written by legendary
Another ding two.
Chuck Dixon, my ass, with a compelling story by Eric July.
Does compelling count? That's another
Oh yeah, compelling.
qualifier.
Yeah,
Three.
yep, 3.
Yep.
Brought to life through stunning interior artwork. That's 4. And vibrant colors. Got a handful now.
Jesus.
By Candace Hahn. This graphic novel plunges readers into a fractured America where Texas fights for its survival and sovereignty. With dynamic visuals, 6, and a narrative brimming with tension, action, and emotion, that the story sets the stage for an epic struggle that will leave you captivated. In this groundbreaking issue, groundbreaking.
Yeah.
The battle for independence begins as Texas faces threats from all sides. A devastating cartel. Wait, I feel it is, but I don't know. Devastating. Yeah, devastating is another adjective.
I'm not sure that's supposed to count, but it's like when I said it's a point for the or two, you know, like that's, I don't know if that's the same. Because that's a negative counter compared to like a positive, like add to it. That it's trying to be.
Sure.
I feel like that doesn't count.
We're at 7. We're at 7.
Yeah.
Federal government deploys advanced forces, including the powerful exceptionals. Okay.
See, that one I'm okay with powerful because I'm okay with powerful though, because that's more describing. Did that say an event in the thing, or are they describing? Read that again.
A devastating cartel ambush ignites chaos at the border, and the federal government deploys advanced forces, including the powerful exceptionals, to crush the rebellion.
See, I feel like that's fine because that's not like, you know, that's within the story, not about like an artist or a new book coming out or something. The powerful Solari is the thing that's whatever. This sounded like it was like it fits in the story, so maybe on that. Maybe.
Wait. Sorry, I'm just actually trying to analyze a story here. So the battle for independence. Sorry, so this is Texas. This whole angle of this world is that like Texas are the good guys. That there was a political injustice of some kind that had to come to warfare. That, you know, we had to kill our own kind, you know, within our own borders of America, and separate governmentally. So we're having to kill each other to determine this decision. All right. So that's like, it should be a big thing. All right.
Yeah. I thought the point was that they have too many superheroes. I thought that was the point, that Texas has all the fucking superheroes, and America is like, bro, like Texas, you have too many. You need to disperse them. And they're like, Texas is our home or something. And then they fight.
And this groundbreaking issue, the battle for independence begins as Texas faces threats from all sides. A devastating cartel ambush ignites chaos at the border, and the federal government deploys advanced forces, including the powerful exceptionals, to crush the rebellion. See, this seems confusing because rebellion is like your own people, but when you say cartel, I'm instantly thinking they are killing us in some way.
Exceptionals to crush the rebellion. Like when you say powerful and then exceptionals as well, like I know they're using exceptionals as like mutants, but exceptional typically, you know, is like when you say powerful, it's an extra as well. It sounds close to have them together. It sounds weird. Close. The powerful exceptionals. Like Fred, I'll call you the strong, powerful, mighty, mega thing. It's like, now what are we doing? Redundancy.
Right. No, the Sam Elliott guy is great.
That makes it funnier.
Failure is not what we do.
We do what we do.
It gives me a great template.
We don't do what we do.
Let me know if y'all want me. I've been thinking about it, of re-recording the Yaira trailer, Yaira 2. Because we've seen the Yaira 1 trailer, live action trailer, the highly
best trailer
anticipated
yet.
live action trailer.
Their best trailer yet.
It was meant to be Death Blow.
Thanks for the heads up.
If you've seen Yaira 2 trailer, they go for this like tragic, like Shakespearean actress voice. They try to sound just like normal English. It's like, oh,
I thought it was a different character speaking the whole time.
yeah. The whole time
so
I'm like,
different.
he's like, no, that ain't her. I'm like, that's Yaira the whole time. He's like, what?
It's like, because in my head I'm thinking of it was meant to be Death Blow the whole time.
My enemy has returned. I think that's why Eric isn't selling so well, Yaira 2. I think I could help him.
Honestly, he just needs to make or just have his fans make a lame Yaira 2 trailer, like live action, and make it like parodying the first one. That'd be funny alone. That'd be funny advertisement for it.
Yeah, Eric's missed like every opportunity to make this fun, actually. Like he's just instantly tried to be like the mainstream and legitimate and polished.
That's boring. That's boring.
Yeah, it's like you're the like hood nigga gangster shit.
Stuff because
you're from fucking YouTube. You say bitch ass, hoe ass roads nigga and all this shit.
You're supposed to be unique because you're YouTube.
You monetize them bitch ass hoe haters. You know, like that's there's a however cringe it is now, especially in hindsight, for all of us that have like dissected you intensely. That was the appeal, was this I wouldn't say common man.
He was a scrappy, like a
scrappy unconventional
YouTuber trying to make a business.
You're saying, you know, political theory shit from smart people.
He's not going to hold back.
Your presentation instantly makes people underestimate any knowledge you would have of Thomas Sowell or libertarian whatever or Austrian economics. But now,
part of it,
is he just parroting words that he doesn't fucking get? Probably. But at the time,
sandbox and things, you know,
at the time, we were all just kind of like, "Whoa," you know. And then you got the black factor in the conservative space.
And when he actively was speaking out against the Geeks and Gamers Snyder stuff, that felt like he's not afraid to say what he thinks. He's going to speak his mind and not be vague about everything.
Now he's exactly fucking Disney.
He wasn't corporate, and now
every
he's
move he does is Disney coded. It's so desperate to just mass appeal with no fucking balls, with no soul. I saw one comes out. It's like this. Okay, like you go back and look at it. It's like, oh fuck. All right, this guy's like, hey, I don't need to like work the corporate ladder. I don't need to earn a spot to make a big release. I'm just going to fucking do it because I saved up super chats to do it. Fuck you. Like that was cool. That energy is cool. And unfortunately, a lot of the groundwork is to monetize your haters. It is the like, Fauci's a bitch, you know, like.
But I remember some of them too. I think he had baby detractors at first that were like, look at the truck here. Isn't in that other scene. And it's like, yeah, that's something that he can respond with. It's like, are you stupid? What does that even matter? You know, like that was easy to respond to. But then somebody read the book. Like, oh no, never mind. That's a little different.
Haters. Sorry, I'm trying to find something really good. I've been thinking about this and I keep forgetting, so I'm trying to search for it while it's fresh on the mind. Monetize your haters. Cheaper comics. Let's see if I can find it. This might be it. I keep forgetting I need to finalize my Brave shit, so hopefully the ad block will work. Oh, did you hear about that, Rookie? I was looking at Grok. I've seen some of the news today, and one of the like headlines was YouTube was trying to play a 60-minute unskippable ad.
Oh, wow.
And then when people complain about it, wherever this was, I assume Twitter, they're like, "Oh yeah, just Get YouTube Premium.
That's just a way for them to try to be like, well, instead of
This is literally what I was
wasting that much
talking about,
time-
Rookie. This is what I was talking
Yeah.
about. Of at some point people are going to realize we're just going to charge you for everything. We're going to make class systems based on how much can you afford to not see ads in any things. Like, hey, welcome to Taco Bell. We'll be bringing your quesadilla after the word from our sponsors. Like,
if you want to skip them, just pay more. to skip them.
so then you're gonna have to get a Taco Bell subscription to not get ads before you get your food.
Hey, but is the Taco Bell free if you watch the ad all the way through? Like that'd be a little different. Like you're a little short on money, but you're good on
I
time.
mean, hey, that's
you know?
that is another
Get a
way.
free tacos. All right.
That's a way to streamline society. Is just, hey, are you broke? Then you just get stalled for whatever thing you want to do by just stuck behind ads.
Do this alongside your tax the poor idea, and I think we'll be on a pretty good track to make America great again.
Oh yeah, I'm all about taxing the poor. If you don't know, my idea basically is it was from the meme going around like a month ago about this lotto winner. It's like a $2 billion lotto, but the payout after taxes was like a quarter winnings of the actual pot. So he would have got like 650 million. So everyone's like, whoa, that's 650 million he didn't have. Whoa, but obviously the real outcry is like, wow, because you won a lot of money, they stole 3/4 of it. And so my view on this is that we have a complete backward system. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, whatever rich person, Kanye West, 50 Cent, whoever, however much money that you think they're worth probably 3 to 4 times that actually. Whatever. So Elon Musk worth like 200 billion, 300 billion.
This is the after tax.
He's actually should be worth what would that be? Close to $1 trillion. That's what he should be worth actually. Just monetarily, like, in his pocket. So this whole tax the rich idea is like really toxic. It actually is crabs in a bucket. My idea is to flip it. If you're going to do taxes, which I think we should, it's an exchange, right? With the like protecting government system for, bitch ass roads, hospitals, like the emergency response system, police force, libraries, all these amenities that we expect. Should actually flip it and tax poor people more than you do rich. So the people that make industry, that make jobs, how are you going to help society if you're disincentivizing? If the world is telling you, hey, you want to accomplish something, well, you have to do like 4 times the work to actually make $0.25 of a dollar that you generate.
Like when they keep on increasing the minimum wage and stuff, and then like the people higher up are also taxed a bunch, and they have to pay more. All they do is end up just losing more money every time.
Yeah, you have to work.
Happens, and it's like, well, so how are you supposed to stay in business to keep them employed if this happens? Okay, you keep on doing this. Well, then, then I have to fire more people. Like, what are you talking about? Because I can't.
Yeah, it actually seems
like this is horrible.
It actually seems the more you benefit this country, or just the potential of revenue you generate that is jobs for the country, the more you're penalized. And so what's the incentive? And you see this top down. Poor people, they get habituated to the system that, hey, if you make more than X, we'll take away your health insurance, we'll take away your food support, we'll take away your
if you make
electric
enough money,
or housing
then
support.
you won't have food stamps.
And then you're actually poor off the being self-sufficient on just a paycheck than you were on government. So everyone's incentivized to stay poor. And my thing is enriching people and actually lighting a fire. And it's like, hey, we'll help you more. We'll give you more breaks. The richer you are, the more you're striving.
In fact, when you make your first $10,000, we'll give you, $300 free or something. There you go. Give you some more incentive.
Our government is evil. No theoretical economic. Well, I mean, I think rewarding the rich, in the sense of like, hey, you're incentivizing rich people to want to be more innovative for a better payout. You know, as sick as capitalism is, that it just feeds greed in a indiscriminate, like kind of useless way. This like wealth hoarding. At least if your only goal is just building that number, at the end of the day, it still contributes to jobs. Someone like there's all these little men that are help the anthill function. So, yeah, and also like we've had 60 plus years of disincentivizing people from standing up on them by their own, pulling themselves up because you really can't afford to without government help anymore, day by day. If you flipped it, I think that would at least have a net positive. If you're lighting a fire and people are like, hey, I actually got to make so much or they're going to tax the shit out of me.
It's like okay, right now I'm working at Subway and I'm only making like $2,000 a month or something. But it's like if I can have that as I want, but if I try to get a job that makes more money, well then I keep more money that I would earn. So like, you know, that would be more what you're kind of getting at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of factors, but I think just economically, I think if you flipped the switch, literally, I think you'd have a huge shift, and I think you'd have like an uplifting. You'd have people striving and trying.
Less people would be content to,
and then you would like
improve.
You know. Yeah, you would definitely have to like tweak the gears and stuff. You can't be taxing poor people like 50, 70%.
They'd probably be sustainable still. But I think the whole point, like this brought on, was the adding ads everywhere was kind of what the idea. And it's like, oh, what if you listen to the full 20-minute ad, you get free tacos? It's like right.
No, it's not even rewards. It's like access to anything. People are going to figure out, these companies are going to figure out, hey, we can just put ads on everything. And so
when you're at the grocery store, in line at the aisle to get out, you can watch this ad for a while, or pay more to skip to the aisle to skip to the rest of the line of the aisle anyway, to just be in line.
Okay, so I don't know if this is real because we're getting reports of counter from Kroger, but Kroger is my local chain of go-to for grocery shopping.
Yeah, Fred Meyer would be the same thing in my town.
So there's this meme going around, and it just came to mind talking about money things. Tech turmoil. Kroger fiercely denies new facial recognition policy after worried customers threaten will not be shopping there. The retailer is one of several that has implemented more advanced technology in recent years to enhance its store experience. This is particularly present at self-checkout. As Kroger partnered with artificial intelligence company Everseen in 2023. Together, the companies implemented the use of high resolution. Oh, hey, just so you know, don't be investing in AI right now because China is taking America to the cleaners. All these tech people that bought Trump's election for them, they're from a certain tribe, usually. This is where the H-1B stuff is coming from. It's all these tech people that bought Trump's election. They bought it under the guise like importing cheap labor to fuel this AI war internationally. This is possibly the new tech frontier, Cold War we're in. It used to be like a rocket race and whatever, the space race. AI seems to be the thing, and China just took us to the cleaners with their new DeepSeek AI for a fraction of the budget, fraction of the manpower, fraction of the storage space. They have matched, and so AI seems to like not be working out so well for America, which is funny.
Well, I want to get back to the fractured America and the great war of separation.
Well, yeah. Let me see. Kroger noted at the time that the tech helped prevent theft or the accidental misscanning of merchandise by analyzing customers' behavior at self-checkout and stopping the interaction if there were issues. While there are already some pushback from shoppers for the self-checkout edition, recent reports from New York Times, the nation that the supermarket chain tends to use facial recognition at its nationwide stores. Speculation began in August after a senator and former senator submitted a letter to Kroger CEOs that claimed the retailer was working with Microsoft to place cameras at its digital displays, which use facial recognition tools to determine the gender and age of a customer. The alleged facial software would then
determine the gender. There's like 72 of them, but now there's 2, so now it's easier.
The alleged facial recognition software would then advertise products to customers based on their demographic and previous purchases. It scans your face, converts it to some sort of data based on its algorithm, and then compares that to a database to say, okay, can I identify this person?
Consent to give it to put me in their system? Fuck that.
A cybersecurity consultant with Entrust IT said of the facial recognition in a recent interview. When you walk in the store, if they can identify you, it can potentially send you deals to your phone. Last time you were here, you bought these things. They're on sale this week, or here's a coupon for that. In October, another letter was sent by 6 U.S. House representatives that also detailed concerns over digital price tags that Kroger uses, allegedly being paired with facial recognition for a similar purpose. It would allow for dynamic pricing. This is what I was looking for. Meaning Kroger would continuously adjust the cost of items throughout the day, depending on the customer demographic. If I can identify you and I know you're from an affluent, we love that word at the Ribiverse. The affluent city of Florespark.
The highly anticipated affluent.
The highly anticipated dynamic pricing. If I can identify you and know you're from an affluent neighborhood, could I charge you more for the bar of soap than I would the next person that came along? Well, yes, I could. Despite this, Kroger has vehemently denied claims of any facial recognition software in its stores. Kroger does not use facial recognition technology in connection with electronic shelf labels or pricing. Whenever we consider new technology in our stores, privacy and security are always key considerations. When we collect personal information, we do so with a commitment to transparency and addressing all applicable privacy requirements. Despite Kroger's reassurance, it does not use facial recognition tech. Just the possibility has caused customers to boycott the retailer for good. And just like that, I will no longer be shopping at Kroger, says John earlier this month. Kroger responded and apologized, requesting Johnson a private message to resolve his concerns. Hard no, Kroger. I spent several years not shopping at King Soopers because I was treated poorly, but as our shopping choices dwindled, I went back. But I won't step foot in one. This is implemented, and it will be Walmart and Sprouts only. Kroger is like, right. It's like, see, it's funny. Like it's dwindling further and further and further to just a couple companies, and it's backfiring though, because it's like, well, now you gotta now you're the only people that we can point the finger at for X problem, and so it's becoming like economically, all these companies owning everything is just becoming 1984, where it's 3 mega countries that keep switching alliances to fight each other. A third shopper also commented that they would not be shopping at Kroger moving forward. They also face other problems here, as Albertsons recently filed a lawsuit against it when a $24 billion merger fell through. I thought they were together, so that's interesting. Albertsons is, I know they're in like Texas. A customer's also recently blasted retailer for delivery mistakes. Huh.
We have an Albertsons over here. We had a Fred Meyer, an Albertsons, a Safeway, a Winco, Walmart, Target. We have kind of a variety over here. All the big ones.
Wait a minute, I just gotta check this.
We had a Kmart at one point, now it's a church.
Warren once. Pre-joining selection. See for captains. 3. Chiefs fan signed. Wait. So I'm guessing we're going to be wearing the white jersey. This will be the first time we've worn the white jersey in the Super Bowl. If so, this will be interesting. It's a lot A lot of weird pieces of the puzzle moving on this one. Yeah, let's finish up this description.
We were on. On my count is 7 of the words. I did not count devastating or powerful.
Okay. All right. So as Governor Plessy Sanders rallies his people.
Okay.
See, that's a weird name. Like, I could see like an old black grandpa being named that, because there's a famous court case called Plessy versus Ferguson, which is tied to, that's from the 1896 Supreme Court ruling. I think that's the ruling that upheld separate but equal schooling for coloreds and whites. And then it was overturned in Brown versus Board of Education, which said it's unconstitutional to have separate but equal facilities for, like, you know, government, like public education. So yeah, weird name to make a modern comic, name someone Plessy. But as Plessy Sanders rallies his people, in general, Brian Solari leads a team of enhanced warriors. A mysterious shapeshifter infiltrates their ranks, blurring the line between hero and enemy. With families struggling to survive amidst escalating violence, the fight for freedom becomes a battle for the very soul of Texas. This graphic novel encapsulates the courage, sacrifice, and resilience of the Texan people. Every page pulls you deeper into the conflict, inviting you to experience the intensity and intrigue of a nation on the brink. It's a tale of defiance and determination, perfect for fans of thought-provoking story. Thought-provoking.
So they're gonna fight the evil America.
I guess, I don't know, because there's like 7 countries now.
They're gonna fight America 3. America number 3.
I have no fucking idea, bro.
Can you not name the other countries?
Not yet. Not that we've heard. I mean,
Because I feel like that would help a little. And like, okay, America's divided into 7. You have blank, 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 and blank.
yeah,
and
all we
blank.
got is like what Mike Barron said. He just said it's like 7 nations now.
Well, when he says 7 nations, is that including Texas? But it's separate.
I think so.
But they're separate. Like what? See, like that confuses the shit out of me. When
Right, exactly.
Because to me, I'm thinking that they would be named something different, and they are not America. They were America. And is there just
You're a towel.
Is there any America left, or is there just like one, or did all of the other nations want to call themselves America, so they had to like draw straws and
Now you got to
come up
fight
with
again
names?
for the name.
You got to fight for the name. Like, that was the plot in South Park. Like, you know, what are y'all fighting? You know, to call what atheists should call themselves, the United Atheist Alliance, the Allied Atheist Alliance, or whatever. And it's 3 A's. That's the most logical one. No, that name is stupid.
Yeah. I'm awesome and I like sports. You're welcome. I'll be a real man for you.
We like sports and we don't care who knows. That's this Lonely Island one. I forget. Or the early
I don't know
ones.
that one at all.
That was one of the earlier ones before they like really became their band.
They blew up for me when wait, hold on. They became big for me with Michael Phelps when he went on. They did the Space Olympic song.
Right, yeah.
All right.
Oxygen has run out.
Yeah, but no, what really caught me here is he calls him General Brian Solari. So the general, who we've seen in Alpha Corps, is a fucking retard and has no sense of like basic ideas of law. Like, I know Texas is its own new libertarian dream state for Eric or whatever, but the fact that you have a police force and then a super police force that seems even more restrained legally. They got the, like, just him saving people from a bomb threat terrorist bank robber. He swoops in and saves them, and then he gets his ass chewed out by the police chief. All right, so these are the terms that have already been set by Eric's books.
Does the Texas government fund the space flying turtle thing? Spaceship?
Yeah, exactly. You have to assume that's a until proven otherwise. You have to assume because it's a police force vehicle,
or is
that is tax funded.
or is Braxwell or the chick rich and they fund it? Like, because
We
it's
don't know
just the
yet.
three. Because it's just the three of them, right?
Yeah,
They are
well,
the alpha core, the
and
three
they're-
of them.
You assume it's not self-funded because they are state agents. Like
Well,
Justice
they
League
had
have their own
assistants, right?
base.
They had like personnel. They had like staff, right? They had like
Yeah,
personnel
they have like
and
army
tech
staff.
people, assistants. So, like, I see. My mind goes to like, see, it makes sense for like Tony Stark to have
Yeah.
something like this because he is a private business and he could do some contract work with the government. So maybe he has like helps a helicarrier technology or something. So I don't know. You can kind of guess where he gets any resource that he has. But yeah, if you don't have any of that information, it's not the most important thing in the world to show, but it helps a little because if you start to think about it, it doesn't make much sense.
See,
like, wait, what?
Here's the importance here is Brian Solari, before he was a bitch to, this is Superman, mind you, before he was a bitch to a human telling him how bad he was for the possible PR problem of him flying in and saving humans from a bomb, burglar, terrorist, robber, whatever. He gets his ass chewed for that and has to like, oh, sorry, sir. He was a general in a civil war for independence.
He's a veteran
To make his state,
the war veteran that fought
to make
for
his state a nation.
He was probably one of the most vital pieces, I would assume, if he's a superhero.
And now he is a superhero, but now he's just basically he's just a cop. Like, this makes no sense.
I was about to say, does he get like a standard cop?
Does he get demoted?
It
feels like a demotion to go from general to fucking cop, taking
he
orders from people.
He get like 80,000 a year, like or something.
And he doesn't even have privacy because he's a fucking cop, so they know his name. They can find his house. He's a public figure. And if you think, oh well, he's exceptional, he can't go to his place. Like, his name is his hero name because he's a cop. All right, it's not a secret identity. He's a cop for the state of the state nation of Texas. All right, they, even though the nation is broken up, they ran Horseman's license plate when he's from another nation now. Not even, it's not even like state to state. Like, he goes from Chicago or wherever to Texas, and it's like he's gone through multiple nations to get there. This is the parameter. See what I'm talking about? How fucking retarded this world is.
This is like the kind of thing that we're talking about, where it's not the main focus, but a thing you can show, like a difference. If you show the cops do something different here than you would somewhere else, like because like you said, it's like more libertarian based or something. So I assume that cops would, pardon my French here, move differently than others.
French. What? Oh my god. Okay, but no, this is fun. We'll carry on tomorrow. Don't go too long. I was hoping maybe Rookie could get some money in his PayPal for his birthday, and that could go to his own copy of the highly anticipated Great War of Separation. Maybe catch the replay. We'll plug it in tomorrow as well to reward Rookie for his mere existence,
for aging longer than before, existing on the planet,
for enduring another a rotation, another solar rotation. Well, it's not really a solar rotation. We were going around the sun, whatever. But I'll call you back in a few, Rookie. We will watch something. I gotta go take care of a few things. Wink, wink. But I'm glad to be here tomorrow to crap more on the perverse with my buddy Rookie. Hopefully, I have some guests maybe come in.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow maybe you guys will feel more like supporting us,
more generous,
more like in terms of purchasing this great book of money to buy.
Before I go though, let me check how much it has made. Let's go to the collection. It is at a whopping $57,000.
That's where it was at before.
Oh, we do love to pocket watch here at the Black Angus Reviews. Y'all move differently now, you hear?
Yeah.